Sa kahit anong development, isa sa pinaka-importante and lagi na miss out isang land development portion. Right after ng land development preparations natin, punta naman po tayo sa foundation works. After ng layouting, very critical na nakalibel ang isang foundation work.
Precast concrete is a technique in reinforced concrete construction that utilizes industrial methods.
Nandito na tayo sa exciting part, which is yung precast wall. So nandito sa likod ko, makikita nyo paano natin ini-erect from day 1 hanggang matapos po yung walls natin. So marami nagtatanong, ano ba mas matibay? Yung conventional na columns and beams or ang precast? So balik lang tayo doon sa in-explain kanina. Ang columns and beams, isolated po siya. Ibig sabihin, every column, every beam na may 3,000 PSI, siya po yung bumubuo ng structure. And then nilalagay na lang po yung hollow block na wall, which is yung sabi nga po natin kanina, 500 to 750 PSI. Kumpara dito sa wall system natin, ang wall system natin is load-bearing as a whole. Ibig sabihin, yung buong structure, sinusuportahan niya yung sarili niya. Kaya po yung walls natin are designed at 4,000 PSI. So imagine the difference of 750 PSI compared to 4,000 PSI. Ganyan po kalakas. And kanina, mapapakita rin po sa video, as explained earlier, ang design ng housing natin is reinforced concrete, meaning it's a mixture ng rebars, ng bakal, and ng konkreto. Pag nilagay natin or ni-fuse natin sila together, magiging sobrang tibay siya na kahit mga earthquake or even mga typhoons na malalakas, kaya niya i-withstand yung mga forces na po yun. Sa strength and design ng mga panels natin, definitely magiging mabigat siya. And para kargahin ng isang panel, kakailanganin ng tulong ng isang heavy equipment. Ito po yung tinatawag natin na 25-tonner crane. So ngayon, papakita natin paano nililift ang isang panel and paano rin po siya kinakabit. As you witnessed, it took only 5 to 10 seconds para malagay yung isang precast wall. Again, comparing it to the conventional way, it takes several days kasi layer by layer po siya inaangat. And kung mapapansin ninyo, yung dalawang gentlemen na nasa likod ko, sila lang po yung kailangan na manpower natin sa site for us to erect a certain wall. Sa loob ng precast house natin, ang gusto namin i-emphasize is yung thickness ng wall na ginagamit. Kung ang conventional hollow block is 4 inches thick, magpa-plaster pa po tayo ng tig 1 inch each side. So effectively, ang wall natin lalabas is 6 inches. Compare dito sa ginagamit natin na precast na 4 inches and finish na po siya. Anong ibig sabihin? Si skim coat na lang po siya and final paint. As an architect, bakit po siya importante? Importante kasi it saves space. More space for the buyers, the better. As long as hindi natin kino-compromise yung strength ng structure, pagka mas maganda, mas malaki, mas usable, much better for them. Kung ang conventional house construction may columns and beams, nakikita po sila sa mga corners ng bahay. Then, pag sa precast walls, naka-flush po yung wall. Kasi as mentioned, dahil isang buong system siya, wala siyang columns, walang beams, integrated na po lahat sa kanya. Wala po tayong makakita na naka-protrude. So in terms of finishing, in terms of interior design, mas mabilis din po siya gawin. Sa kalahating araw, nabuo po natin agad yung first floor natin ng isang bahay. And kung makikita natin sa likod ko, nandyan po yung mga welding points. Welding points meaning, meron po tayong mga nakaabang na mga metal plates at yan po yung nagko-connect sa isa't isang mga walls natin sa bawat kanto. So every welding point, pinag-aralan din po yan ng structural engineer to ensure na hindi po siya magka-crack. After po natin sila ma-weld, lalagyan po siya ng structural sealant. Ang structural sealant serves as waterproof. Ito rin po yung nagsiserve as binding agent between the two panels natin. and make sure na flexible siya enough para kung any movement, hindi po siya magka-crack.
Precast concrete for me is a concrete product that has been manufactured, fabricated in a controlled environment like a factory. Then when it hardens, it is transported to the site where it's going to be built. I believe the most advantageous in using precast concrete is the materials are being fabricated in a controlled environment, and therefore the challenges of weather like rain, for example, is eliminated because it's in a controlled environment. So, and other than that, I think it is the speed of construction, because while you are preparing, for example, the site, you are already able to also prepare and fabricate the walls, for example, and the slabs. First, it's the preparation, the casting and fabricating of the panels. So that's one, and that's in the controlled environment. But I think the more important and critical part is really in building the connections between these panels at the site. I think that is something, or that step is a very critical one that contractors, for example, should really look into. Probably one reason is it's also not cheap, no? It's rather financially challenging to set up a plant where you can cast, fabricate the concrete. You also need space. The other is the need to transport the casted or precast elements into the site, which may need a big transportation facility or equipment. And at the site, you may also need to employ or to use cranes, which may not also be so cheap for some contractors. I cannot generally say that traditional concrete and precast concrete which is better, because it really depends on the design, on how it is being designed in detail. So yes, it's a good option because the quality control is more or less assured, particularly in fabricating, casting the panels. I have briefly reviewed the document sent by Intalio, and I saw that earthquake analysis is actually included in the report, which is good. Clearly, the earthquake loads, for example, are really considered in the design of the Intalio houses.
So anong advantage and disadvantages ng isang precast wall systems? So ang first advantage niya is yung time element. Kung makikita natin, half day tapos po yung isang bahay natin, compared to conventional na it will take several weeks to do and accomplish. Pagka-time, ang kadikit po niya is yung cost element natin. Cost kasi yung materials natin, mas less yung wastage. Kasi controlled environment yung pinaggagawa ng precast natin kaysa yung nasa on-site lahat, and mas subject siya sa mga hindi natin ma-prevent na mga circumstances or mga errors. And lastly, yung strength. So kanina, nakita ko po bakit ako may sledgehammer. So ngayon gagamitin natin para ipakita ang difference sa strength ng normal CHB versus yung precast wall system natin. So subukan natin. So ito yung CHB natin na 4 inches. Hammer, kahit ako lang po yung mag-slam, sira po siya agad. Isa pang beses para sigurado. Po siya agad. So if pumunta naman po tayo sa precast natin, itong dalawa are samples ng precast. So kahit gaano kalakas ko siya tamaan, tignan po natin paano siya madedent or paano po siya masisira. So simulan na natin. So kahit gaano kalakas ko siyang tamaan, hindi po siya nagbe-break or even nagka-crack. So after discussing yung advantages ng precast wall systems, ano po ba ang disadvantages niya? So ngayon papakita ko sa inyo anong disadvantages. So halos lahat kasi advantage eh. Wala naman pong isang wall system na walang problema. Pero ang problema niya actually is a good problem, because ang issue lang dito is kailangan mag-invest sa mga heavy equipment. Kung nakikita ninyo dito yung 25-tonner crane natin, kailangan po siya investan. Easily, kailangan mo po ng 2 minimum. And then meron din po tayong tinatawag dito na prime mover. Dito po kasi tinatransport yung mga panels natin from the casting yard. So anong disadvantages natin? Cash flow in terms of initial out, dahil malaki yung requirements for the equipment. Yan po yung disadvantages. Kailangan meron po tayong allot na malaking enough funds para ma-provide natin ito. Kasi if hindi, magre-rent tayo, mas mapapamahal. So bottom line, as a developer, pag titignan natin yung disadvantages and advantages, if mag-allot lang po tayo ng enough funds para ma-provide itong mga heavy equipment natin, overall, mas malaki po yung savings natin. So ang tinitignan natin dito is a more holistic approach para po mas maganda, mas efficient, and mas matibay yung bahay na dinideliver para sa inyo. Here at Intalio Estates, Cagayan de Oro, our main goal is to deliver beyond ordinary projects, beyond ordinary homes for our valued clients. Hindi po namin sinasabi na yung construction system is already perfect or it's the best in the market. Marami pa kaming things to improve on. Marami pa kaming kailangan ayusin. Pero with your comments and suggestions, feel free to ask Architect Carter. Daghang salamat.